I'm Buddy's brother Elliot, so that's cool. And I don't know anything about video games, so I asked the boys if they wanted to record a episode about the Percy Jackson films.
I've watched all of the first one and about half of the second one.
Oh, so you missed half the garbage fire. I mean, the first one was
Yeah,
kind of
I
fun.
had, yeah, like once they started playing Fallout Boy at the beginning, I was like, oh no, this is most definitely a very early 2000 superhero movie. Except it's based off of a great book, not a person who can shoot ham out of their hands or some shit,
Word girl! My brother and I grew up on Percy Jackson, and when they came out with the films, we got really excited, but they were garbage.
Garbage fire.
Yeah, garbage.
They were almost they were almost close to being decent. We're almost close.
I mean, in the second one, they left out a whole lot of stuff, which was kind of disappointing.
They also jammed the last they jammed the latter 4 books of the series into one thing, right?
Yeah, which I get that if you're gonna make it like a movie series or it's like one of those extra long movies, like how they put 2 books into what is it, the Hobbit movies?
Well, they turned one book
It was like a
into
half and a
4
half?
movies.
Yes, 1 book into 4 movies.
3.
Oh, okay. Like, I get that if you're trying to do a concept like that, but if you're gonna leave out so much information and cram other information in, it just seems kind of like a whack idea, you know?
Yeah, they also left out some, I guess, details from books that I thought would have been nice from what I remember. Again, it's been like 4 years.
I unfortunately watched the movies a lot.
Basically, first movie, somewhat faithful to the books.
Oh, the first movie was honestly pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was solid. It was solid.
They changed out Grover getting out for Percy's mom getting out, and they left out the whole plane part. But
The plane part?
yeah, like where Percy has to fly on a plane with Zeus's toy of mass destruction from Los Angeles to New York.
I don't remember that actually.
Are you sure that was in the first book?
Yeah. After they got out of the underworld, which is in LA,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
took
well,
the
yeah.
plane, well carrying Zeus's toy of mass destruction to New York.
Oh boy.
And so in the first movie, they just magically end up in New York, completely ignoring the fact that, oh hey, they never took the plane, and they also changed a lot of the transportation in the first movie, but I could live with that. They left out some stuff, but okay, I could live with that.
From what I remember, they also left out some stuff from the fight with Luke, I think his name was. That's the guy, right?
In the first movie?
Yeah, and
Well,
in
they
the
also
first
have
Luke
the.
in the first book.
He also, I like the way that they got rid of the plane thing. They at least put like a good thing in there. They used those pearl things, and you have to crush them, and it would teleport you to where you wanted.
Yeah, like
Which
that
that
makes
was
sense.
a good idea, and it was only a one-use thing.
yeah, but they also took out the Helm of Darkness and Ares from the back of the segment, so kind of dropped the ball on. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, because Ares is kind of great from the books. Like,
Yeah, they took Ares out, and that kind of genuinely made me sad. I wanted to see the movie adapted.
That helmet that got stolen. Like, rather than that be the reason why Ares is angry, it's just like, oh yeah, I just want the bolt because why not?
Yeah.
I want the bolt, because fuck you,
Zeus.
Hey, your kid
The
took my lightning
war
bolt.
guy.
You know that you're real.
He's like, I'm the war guy, so I need to do the war stuff.
Yeah,
I wanted to see the movie adaptation of Ares. That would have been awesome.
and then the second movie it starts off, oh, this isn't at all faithful to the book.
They took out Blackjack in the second movie, which has a Yeah, Blackjack is in the second movie.
He shows up in pretty much, then he does show up in every book after that Percy's in.
Yeah, because they.
Blackjack? Wait, is that the horse, or am I being stupid?
That's the Black Pegasus, and they took him out, which that ruined a bunch of new movies. Not that they're gonna make them.
And then. Listen,
Yeah, didn't Rick Gordon say like this is absolutely never happening ever again? I'm
Yeah,
disgusted.
he made a bunch of posts and was like, "Stop it,
yeah,
get some help."
That's why the second movie is the last one. Why they finished it up because.
Also, because the actor for Grover apparently died. For those who don't know that.
Probably.
I didn't know that. I thought that he like made a movie like somewhat recently.
Maybe you might be right. As from what I heard from the news, he died.
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up.
But with what happened in the second movie, it's okay. Rather than it being Cersei's spa where they turn them into guinea pigs, it's a resort where Polyphemus lives rather than his own island with all the sheep.
I would have liked to see the resort. I want to see Percy get turned into a guinea pig.
I mean, like that would be better for the book than,
Oh yeah, I remember
like,
that.
see the actual Sea of Monsters rather
And
than just the giant water.
what's her name? Rhaena?
Yeah,
She gets introduced in the second book. You don't know it until very later on.
She never gets mentioned. At least I don't think specifically.
No. Percy and Annabeth meet. They're the two. Rhaena and her older sister, who becomes the Amazon Queen. They're the ones who greet Percy and Annabeth when they get to the Cersei's Island.
But then, so they ruin the entire plot of the second movie, and then it's, oh hey, ignoring the fact that not that long after killing Polyphemus is where the second book ends, like, they get the Golden Fleece and save the camp, and Percy challenges Luke to buy time, and then the Centaurs show up and save them. He challenges Luke on the boat, like in the very beginning, and it's never try to drown a Centaur because that scene is awesome. But it's not at all faithful to the book.
No, but it's cool.
Exactly.
By the way, I'm just gonna throw this in there. The guy that played Grover is not dead.
Oh man, I've been lied to.
Yeah, he's like 36 at the moment.
I've been lied to.
Unfortunate. Yeah, so sorry. What were you saying?
Later on in the movie, it's, oh hey, he fights Luke or something, and then it's that ends really quickly because it's, oh yeah, we're gonna do something stupid, and it's like the whole escape from the ship scene, not at all like it is in the book.
And they fight Kronos.
In the second movie, as compared to the fifth book.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
They completely skipped the plots of the third and fourth movie.
Also, Kronos looked dumb.
I mean, it would have been kind of cool, but he's possessing Luke.
I just don't remember what he looks like.
They made
He
him
looks
some
like a
kind of
gi-
like
know
mosaic
the-
demon.
You know the Goat Man from the game, the Goat Man?
He looked like that.
He
No.
looks like a giant black version of him, like all black. Like
They gave him like weird horns. It's like if Grover turned into a demon. That's kind of what it
Yeah.
looks like.
Except he has
Oh.
no legs. His insides are all fire, and his outside is all like extra crispy raw.
And they only made him like 12 feet tall.
Accurate.
Well, they still didn't make him tall enough.
I mean,
No, 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 no.
like for the lore, no, not at all. But canonically, you never see his true form. He's
True.
possessing Luke the entire time. Like that you see him. And rather than that whole thing where Luke is invincible and is host to Kronos and all that, and Luke's the only one that can do it with a specific weapon because of the prophecy, it's, oh no, somehow Riptide is now the cursed blade, and that's the one they used to chop up Kronos, when technically that blade didn't even exist yet.
Kronos' own blade that got him chopped up. They used his own weapon.
Yeah.
Percy
Yeah, he
just
does look
has
kinda
the
stupid.
thing.
Yeah, like in the original, it's, like in the Greek myths and Percy Jackson, like the book, it's, yeah, they took Kronos' sight, chopped him to itty bitty pieces, and gave the sight to Demeter.
That's her thing?
Yeah, how did you think she got the sight?
Oh, I just thought she made it out of metal.
No, it's Kronos' sight.
That's metal. Using your dad's
Ba-doom
weapon
ching!
that was used
You
to
are
chop up
wrong.
his...
The
Put
weapon
on
that was used to chop up your granddad, your dad. It's that type, it's the same one they used to chop up arms.
You're right.
But then again,
Demeter's
all
scary.
that, it's, in Percy Jackson lore, Riptide
I
was...
also don't remember who it is. Oh
Well,
no.
Riptide was given to Percy by his other nightshade, Hunter, who never shows up in the movies. And, like, that weapon wasn't around when they first beat the Titans.
Yeah.
So the fact
Zoe
that-
should know. She's a daughter
Titus
of
the
a
pin
Titan.
sword, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the click weapon.
that in reality is supposed to be a ballpoint gun.
Yeah.
In the movies, didn't he like?
But wasn't it just like a cap
Well,
pen?
well, yeah,
In the books,
books
he-
it's a cap.
Yeah, in the
In
movies,
the
he like
movie,
clicks
he
it. and
pushes
it's
the
like,
button, and then it. Right, yeah.
That's not the noise it made. I promise. It didn't
It
go.
kind of-
It makes a slurp sound. It just makes the sound of a
You
wave.
just click the
It's
pen
like-
and you hear.
Well,
The sword.
like, the thing is, like, in the movie, it's like, oh yeah, rather than Tyson grabbing one of the balls and beating it over the head like a badass, it's Percy is just like, sword, you tell! And it somehow goes exactly where it needs to blow up the ball.
I like that
You
they
straight
still
hit him with
Tyson
the
on fire,
"This is
though.
all true," because it rhymes. Like they straight up hit him with
That-
the
that
Lego
was like
movie
that.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then,
They were the Lego movie before the Lego movie.
and then what makes it worse, Annabeth goes from being a badass like she is in the books and the first movie to, oh my
The
god,
damsel in distress.
fangirl.
Yeah, she
No,
basically she pulls a Katniss and like when Katniss is just like Pam, she's like Percy no, and then she just sucks. And they finally tried to make her blonde, and that didn't even work.
Looks kind of weird, yeah.
And then it's and then it's, you know, like it's, oh yeah, this is the cursed blade that my father gave me that he used to chop you up, etc. Bullshit.
Was the Lotus Casino? Yeah, wait, no. The Lotus Casino was in the first movie, right?
Yes. Yeah, the Lotus thing was kind of weird.
I mean,
Because in the first one, did they eat those little cake things in the book?
yes.
In the book.
Yeah, they
oh,
did.
Okay. So here, have
Yeah.
these psychedelic flowers.
Yeah, I mean, they took out what you know, they took out what they were actually doing in the casino, and you know, they changed some of it, but
I
it
liked
was
that-
actually
That scene was,
exciting.
from what I remember, pretty faithful.
Not
Yeah.
that- like they found Grover and Annabeth doing different things.
I like
I mean,
how they put in
like,
the poker face
shoot.
song and Grover was like jamming out and all the ladies were like,
They changed a little bit of it.
And then you just had the goat legs and nobody cared because they were all high, you know?
yeah, everyone was like, oh my gosh, he's a goat man that can do splits. Marry me.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of upsets me that they changed is, you know, it's just like, oh hey, in the book it's they got out and then they found transportation from there. In the movie, they just stole a luxury car
And you didn't-
drove off.
You didn't get to see Chiron either.
Oh yeah, 'cause you didn't
No,
see-
Charon, sorry.
Oh yeah, in the first movie you never see Karen and stuff. They remember.
Yeah. Well, that was
Also,
really-
for some reason, every time I think of, what's the name of the guy? The god of, like, wine and stuff? What's his name again?
Dionysus.
Dionysus. Every time I think of him from the Percy Jackson movies, I always picture Danny DeVito for some reason,
They
other than
should've
whoever
picked
played him.
Based on the book
Danny
description,
DeVito as that guy would be great.
based on the movie or book description, that's basically what he looks like.
Danny DeVito would be great. I do like though.
Danny DeVito would be great in any role. What do you mean?
Put in this
I-
Percy
I-
and say that to my face.
I will. I do
I
like
absolutely
who they
will,
used,
buddy.
though, for Dionysus, I think. 'Cause that's kind of how I imagine Dionysus, like the guy that they picked. I think it's pretty
Bruh.
fitting. But Danny
I would-
DeVito, though.
I would love to see Mr. Danny DeVito himself play Grover. Because,
Yes.
you know, like in the Hercules, like the
No,
animated movie, he
Cokehead.
played the Satar dude, right?
Yes! They should make him play Coach Hedge. From, Heroes of Olympus. You know, the like, the coach who's secretly the satyr and, like, with Jason
Beats
Piper
everyone
and...
with a baseball bat
That
slash
should be Danny
glove.
DeVito. That should be
I
Danny.
vaguely remember that guy, but yeah.
The one that's always like sports magic. You'll
Sports
you'll smell
magic.
like Gatorade for a bit, but your leg will be fine. Alright, but yeah,
So-
that one being, oh yeah, it's first played because Luke broke a promise Annabeth was made about the night. Suddenly, that's what lets him get back in control and, you know, kill Kronos. It becomes just, Percy is like, magic cursed sword that I got from my dad, who I've seen once or twice in my life. Now I'm going to fly up in a water jet and slice you apart. Okay, so you go from in the first
One thing I
book-
have to say though, the opening scene from the first movie where Poseidon just kind of comes out of the ocean and
That
then goes
was
up on the
so
top of that
cool.
with Zeus, that scene was fucking awesome.
I love that.
Like-
That was amazing.
in the first book, Percy had a dream where
I'm fighting.
Poseidon,
Of course, an eagle.
we're fighting on a beach, and you know all that, and they're going give it back and put the past.
I love it though because Poseidon was essentially like, "Yo, you're stupid. My son didn't take the thing. Stop throwing a tantrum." And Zeus was like, "I don't care. I'm gonna smite your son. You can't see it, but I'm dancing. I'm gonna smite your son."
And they're like, oh yeah, Zeus should have been the god of theater or drama.
He absolutely should have. Oh my gosh, guys, I just had a great idea.
What?
Danny Dorito himself as Zeus.
Yes.
You know what? Sure.
We can do the next one about all our headcanons and casting.
Dude, I've been wanting to do a headcanon episode for so fucking long, but we should actually probably wrap up this episode
I think
because I don't know if it's been more than 20 minutes at this point. I'm getting kind of
no
spooked.
one knows.
But thanks for listening to the podcast. Peace out, home slices.
We will eventually make an episode 4 of the Stupid Stuff podcast on Stupid Stuff streaming on YouTube.
Hopefully it doesn't take me like a week and a half to edit it this time. Whoa!